Hey everybody, and welcome to this channel update. Apologies if my lighting is a little bit bad. I've got a skylight just up to, well, left on the camera, but my right, which is beaming sunlight through at, well, there's quite a lot of it flooding through, and it's kind of on my face, so I'm doing my best with what I've got right now. I wanted to do this channel update for you guys as I'm making a few changes, mostly aesthetically, but also to my videos for this channel. So you probably already noticed a little bit of a redesign going on and stuff like that. I wanted to change things around a little bit as I wasn't, well, I'd had the old kind of stuff for a while, and wanted to make a bit of a change, wanted to have something which was a bit more of an impact. I also wasn't happy with my thumbnails as they were. Thumbnails are very divisive kind of thing on YouTube, I guess. We have the whole kind of clickbaity sort of thumbnails, I guess, but I prefer something a little bit subtler, I guess, in a way, but I still want them to be a bit more bright and vibrant so that people notice them. So I'm in the process of changing all my thumbnails on the series which I'm currently carrying on with, so I'll go through that as well, and any new games, and they'll also have a coherent theme with the kind of the rainbow bit on them, so that you can kind of easily identify one of my videos in your subscriber in your subscriber feed. One of the reasons that I didn't really like my thing, and actually I need to, one of the reasons why I didn't like my thumbnails is that I didn't feel like they show off any sort of coherent theme. They didn't show off any sort of, you wouldn't know they're an ASMRplays video just by looking at the thumbnails. You know they're an ASMR video, you know what the video is about, but you don't know it's my video. So I wanted to do something which would have that kind of familiar theme, but still give you the information which I think a thumbnail needs to have, which is the game, what it's about, what episode number it is. I'm not a fan of the, if we go to trending, actually, I'm not a fan of this style that goes on. The shocked face, the arrows, the question marks, the big kind of, I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest with you. I get it's a style, and I get it's mostly a kind of a Fortnite style, and I guess for a younger audience that is what they need. I think it's ironic that people say they do it like that to stick out, when every video I ever see for Fortnite, it looks exactly the same thumbnail. But I guess that's almost like an acceptable style now, I think, for those types of videos, and FIFA always has that that walkout kind of view with the kind of question mark and then mystery, like, who have I packed? We haven't got a lot of FIFA actually on here, but at the minute, because I think something happened. I'm going to guess something happened in Fortnite recently. I have no idea what though, because I don't follow Fortnite, but I wanted to kind of just kind of show that I was making some changes with this update. I'm also working on a new channel trailer as well, because my old one is back from, I don't know, it's like 2 years old, something like that. I've been on YouTube now for 3.5 years, I believe. And while I don't expect for my channel to be much bigger than what it is, I don't expect it to grow at any substantial rate anytime soon. I kind of want to get this done as well, because my return to work is getting eminently closer and closer. It's likely I'll be back to work early July, if not the 1st of July. I record this now mid-June, and it's likely I'll have a lot to do when I return. I'm also in the process of moving house, which will be brilliant because I'll have my own office to set up everything and record and stream and do all that kind of stuff, which I just cannot wait for. But obviously anybody who's moved house knows that that's a time intensive kind of thing, as is kind of returning to work and reopening a cinema. Though to be fair, from the sounds of it, we'll have plenty of time to reopen the cinema, with Tenet being pushed back until the end of July. But there's still a lot of stuff to do, reopening wise. Couple that with the fact that I still haven't moved, which means I still live 2 hours drive away from work. So that's 4 hours of my day added on to my normal 8-hour day, which, as you can imagine, doesn't leave a huge amount of time to do a lot on the channel. So what I've done is tried to get organized, and I've pre-made loads of thumbnails with the new style for all the videos I'm doing. I obviously have changed all the banners. I've updated it as well on my other stuff. So you can see here we've got Patreon. I do have a Patreon page. I don't talk about it very much because I look at it more as a kind of tip jar than a substantial thing. I do take requests and things like that from people. I do post episodes of things which only go on Patreon, although I haven't done that for a while, so I will get around to doing that now. And my goal ultimately is to get to a point where I can maybe even do some Patreon only streams as well, something like that once a month, for people, and be taking more requests of different things to do. So that would be really nice as well. Twitter as well, I've updated. You can follow me on Twitter for ramblings and stuff on there, and Twitch, because I hope to stream again soon, and I do want to stream on Twitch. I think YouTube does do streaming a little bit better in some respects, as in the quality when you're not partnered on Twitch is not quite as good as it is potentially on YouTube, but I think Twitch does just beat YouTube hands down in things like the interaction with people and all that type of stuff. So I will try and get my Twitch channel back up and running again and stream at least kind of once a week for a good couple of hours or so. And I'm really, really looking forward to doing that, actually. And it will be something different to the series. So I don't know if it will be a continuous series of a game, or whether I'll dip in or out of something each week, or maybe do an hour on something, an hour afterwards. Yeah, I've been researching frantically about what best internet provider I can get where I'm going to be living, and what the everything I need for streaming again. I've picked up a few bits as well, there's one particular thing which I'm not going to spoil, but I think it's really cool, and I'm going to do a little video on it as well, which should help with streaming. I mostly have all the stuff anyway. Like, those who remember, I obviously have videos on there. I streamed, but you can see it was like 3 years ago I streamed on Twitch. I've done more recent ones on YouTube, but as I said, I'd like to get back into it on there. There's obviously been a massive shift in Twitch and YouTube and the way they work over the last years. Certainly, when you look 3 years ago on Twitch to how it is now, it's completely different. It's crazy, but I'll save that for another video another time, probably. Other things I wanted to talk about as well on there is sound quality. So my sound quality hasn't been ideal since the lockdown period. You can see I'm recording from my girlfriend's reading room, and I don't even have a proper desk. My keyboard's on my lap, my mouse is on a little table to the right of me, so it's not an ideal situation. I don't have a proper office chair. I've got one of those like IKEA chairs. But I have been looking into the like sound situation, because one of the things which had always been difficult as an ASMR YouTuber has always been external sounds. People who record, content creators or people who have tried to record will know that sound is a real issue sometimes, whether that's background noise from friends or family, people working outside your house, whatever it is, it's an issue. Some people have to record late at night. Some people have videos interrupted, and it makes the editing even harder. So it can be really difficult. One of the things that I found has really helped me recently has been the RTX voice app, which works with NVIDIA graphics cards. You need a GTX or RTX card. I'm going to make a little video on it to explain it to people, but it is really good. It uses AI to basically filter out background noise, so you just get someone's voice. And it is a lifesaver, trust me. So that's been really good. And then I think I just wanted to talk about what's going to go up on the channel in terms of my videos. So most people know, and if you don't know about my channel, why I started it, what I do, etc., I love making videos, ASMR videos about games that I enjoy. I don't necessarily follow trends. I play the games I want to do. I have particular genre of games I really enjoy. I love like walking simulators. I love like open world games, sandbox type games. I love games which got a strong narrative to them as well. I'm not a particularly kind of first person shooter guy, but I enjoy a few of them. Destiny, you'll see videos of, I really enjoy. Love RPGs, that type of stuff. I have quite a broad range, but I only play things on my channel that I enjoy. I don't look at the trends and go, hey, this game's big, let's jump in on that. Sometimes I look at a game and I'm like, I'm really enjoying this, but I don't think it's going to be right for my channel, and so I won't play it. A good one would be Total War. I really enjoy Total War, Warhammer 2, and I did a video on it, but I felt like a series would not go down very well. I've tried to do series with things like that before, and they just haven't really gone down too well. So I prefer kind of sandboxy stuff, I think, to go there. But there are obviously some massive games coming out this year that I'm super looking forward to. Cyberpunk is going to be huge. I'm going to obviously be doing games like that. We got The Last of Us coming out Friday. I'm going to do at least one video on that, the first hour, and then we'll see how that goes and how people like it as to whether I do it as a series. But I'm more than happy to probably do it as a series, but I want to know how people kind of feel about that. I have to find my capture card first. I don't know where it is. When I moved with my girlfriend for the lockdown, I seem to have misplaced it, so I have to find it somewhere. It's probably in a load of boxes in the garage, so we'll see about that one. If you don't have The Last of Us, it's because I didn't find the capture card. And I like doing little one-off things every now and then. So Among Trees, I might do a second one on that because I felt like there was a bit more to be done. But in general, I love doing those kind of videos. Fallout 76, I really love doing the Wastelanders. I think it tailed off a lot towards the end, people's interest, after I probably did about 45 videos on it, but I've really enjoyed it. I don't get a huge number of views on my channel. I enjoy doing them, and generally I do like long form videos. You can see most of my videos are between 40 minutes and an hour long. I'm gonna have to cut that down to half-hour episodes of most things, simply because once I go back to work, once I move house, my time will be limited, and I want to get as many videos pre-recorded as I can, and then if I grab an hour or two, I want to be able to knock out 3-4 videos rather than one video, as it kind of sometimes turns out to be. So it's important to me to keep up one video a day. We might just have a slightly shorter one. Some people might welcome that because they never make it to the end of a video. Some people, I understand, might be a bit disappointed because I kind of feel like I'm one of the only channels which still does long videos like that. But it's, the way of the world at the minute. Maybe once I get settled in and everything with the move, because the move moves me closer to work. It's only an hour drive to work. So I basically save 2 hours a day, which, I could invest in my channel essentially. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. But in order to keep up, I think 7 a week, then I will need to cut down. Still going to have one-offs on things, like my PlayStation discussion. There's a load to discuss. There's so many rumors flying around about everything, about Nvidia bringing out new graphics cards, AMD bringing out new graphics cards, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X. There's a lot happening. We've got football coming back tonight, actually, as it is. And once this, probably actually maybe around Sunday night for Monday, I'll maybe do an extra video talking about the games and how it felt, because I want to watch the games first before I discuss anything. And actually, Crystal Palace, the team I support, are playing on Saturday live on BBC, which is, I don't think I've ever seen a Premier League game live on BBC before. So we'll see how it all turns out with that, but I'm sure I'll have something to say about it. And as always, if you have any suggestions, leave comments. I'm always interested to know. I don't always take people up on them, but I try to keep my ear to the ground as much as possible with games. I've watched a lot of the showcases and I've been really interested in a lot of games that have been announced. PlayStation ones, PC ones, ones from EA, ones, hopefully we've got some more coming out. But there's been some really fascinating ones, which hopefully are kind of coming out soon. That's where Among Trees came from as well. I saw that on the PC Gamer show and was like, that's my jam. So it's an early access, so it's something I may come back to down the line once they add things, but I like the look of it, definitely. I think Ooblets was another one which I was very keen on, and apparently is coming pretty soon, so looking forward to that as well. So I think generally the way it's going to work is we're going to keep Minecraft Mondays, Tuesdays. I think I was going to put Tuesday Subnautica. That will probably finish fairly soon. Subnautica, I think I'll probably get to episode 10 and then wait for the full release, depending on what I do and discover and want to do. Then Wednesdays is a new series called Satisfactory, a game I picked up because it intrigued me and I've really enjoyed it. I've recorded like 3 episodes so far and I've really loved it, so it's really worth checking out. Thursdays is Terraria, which I am still really enjoying. Friday's going to be The Last of Us. Saturday's Outward, and Sunday sees the return of an old favourite in American Truck Simulator. Throughout these, I'm not saying that's what it's going to be like for the next 6 months. It may not even be like that for the next few weeks as games come out and I want to check things out. But we'll chuck in the odd, random game here or there. I would love to do something like Skyrim series again, something like that. Really enjoy it, but we'll have to see like how everything comes out, basically. And how it goes. As I said, I don't ever expect my views and subs to take off and go crazy, but I hopefully can make videos that people enjoy on there. YouTube is a funny thing, and success can come out of nowhere, and it can be taken away very quickly. So I feel great. I take a great sense of pride from the fact that I'm still going after 3.5 years, and my views, although they have kind of very much tapered, they are still at a very kind of decent enough level for me. In fact, you can see here on my analytics that my views are up in the last 28 days, only by a couple of thousand or so, but it's nice. And you can see just how much they kind of plateau at a certain level. About 1,300 a day is probably my average there, which is absolutely great. Like, honestly, when I first started my channel, and I was getting, 10 views a day, like, you kill for 1,300 a day. Don't underestimate. It's incredible to think 1,300 people do actually, watch. But another reason why things like impressions are down 12%, but my impression click-through rate is up 5%. Hopefully, with new thumbnails and stuff, that I'll see that go up a little bit. For those who don't know, impressions are when your video thumbnail appears on someone's device, whether that's their computer, phone, whatever. It could be a subscription feed, it could be suggested video, it could be through search, whatever it is. When it appears, that counts as an impression. So you turn around and go, well, I've had nearly 600,000 impressions in the last 28 days. But of that, only 4.4% are actually clicking on it. When it says that's up 5%, it doesn't really make sense, does it? And you can see, so that translates to 38,000 views, which is down 6% compared to the previous 28 days, even though this says that my views are up. Anyway, don't think about that too much. Unique views are people, I guess, individual people. So if you watch more than one video, you're not a unique view, if that makes sense. And then it gives you lots of information. So this is the YouTube Studio. A lot of people perhaps don't see this very much because they don't make videos, but it used to look a lot different to this. And I will say the analytics side is great, but I'm not a big fan of the video stuff. But there we go. But traffic sources, you can see most of my stuff comes from a YouTube search. You don't actually see that much from browse or suggested videos. I get quite a lot from playlists, which I'm really pleased with as well. You can see the impressions. You can see my traffic source on my playlists. So you can see which one is my most popular playlist. It also has like over 100 episodes in it, which I'm sure helps. External sources, Google searches, PC Games N, that's from the article on there, which they did about ASMR gaming, and I had a small little part in that. So that's always nice. You can see that does help out a little bit. And then suggested videos as well. Portion of my total traffic. Most of these are my own videos, suggesting videos, but occasionally you do get someone else's video, and it does, like this, where you get the suggested videos, usually on like the underneath the video on the phone or whatever, is where it is. And then you can see your traffic searches as well, and then your engagement. So you see my watch time's down in the last 28 days. My view duration is down a little bit as well, and you can see what my biggest videos are as well. So this RTX video review thing is my highest viewed video now, by a long way, and it is continuing to go up a lot, which is really interesting. I think I've made about $80 on that video, which, when you think the card cost me like $900, it's not really worth it from that point of view if I was trying to make a living from it, which is why I don't do that many hardware reviews. But it's nice to do one every now and then. It tells you about your cards, and then audience wise, it can tell you as well when your viewers are on. So I guess this is dictated a little bit about when you post your videos and things like that as well. So I'm going to try and post most of my videos at about 9 p.m. because I think that's a good time to do it. Although maybe on a Friday, I'll go a little bit earlier. But it's useful, really useful information that you can have. and what your top countries are, your watch times, from your genders, your ages, etc., etc. None of this has really changed much over the years. Let's have a look. In fact, you can see lifetime. Not really changed much, has it? On there. None of this will. 90 days. You can see it's kind of the same. You always have to take the demographic age with a massive pinch of salt, because your average person will, say you're under 18, you're unlikely to put your age as under 18 on YouTube. You're probably likely to put it slightly higher. So I always feel like this 13 to 17 should be merged with the 18 to 24 kind of factor. But I like the fact that I maybe have a slightly maturer audience than some out there, but I don't know. I haven't really seen many people's analytics on that. I don't particularly think my channel is, well, I'll rephrase this. I don't think I aim it specifically to exclude younger audiences, but I don't aim it to include younger audiences. If that makes sense. So you're welcome here, absolutely. But we won't have any of that, over the top reacting to picking FIFA players, or any, screaming as we do 360 headshots in Fortnite. So, think of that what you will. And yeah, countries is always interesting. It blows my mind in the countries, getting views in Thailand, India, Saudi Arabia, Japan, Argentina, Norway, even down to Vietnam, Bulgaria, Singapore. Shout out to those countries, or whoever it is. Guernsey, I noticed had a good watch time, but obviously, United States, United Kingdom is going to be the highest. Canada, Germany, France, Australia, Brazil. So it's really fascinating to see this. But shout out. Who's got the highest average view duration? Guernsey. Shout out to the guy or girl in Guernsey who's watching and has watched 10 hours in the last 90 days on my channel. That's impressive. With 23 views. Thank you. And Ukraine as well. Thank you to whoever it is in Ukraine. Maybe it's someone using a VPN, I don't know. But, that's the way it goes, really. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the rebrand. It's not really a rebrand, is it? I just changed the channel banner and thumbnails. But, it's nice to kind of do that type of thing every now and then. Make you guys aware of my different socials. And make you aware of what's coming up, and if there is for any reason, if there is a bit of a lull, don't worry. It's just because I've got a lot kind of coming forward, and I'm trying to prepare for it as best I can and get stuff in. But I'd like to think service will be aimed. I've upgraded my computer. Okay, I haven't upgraded my computer. I've sorted out my computer, would be the term I would use. So it's all ready to go. I have, got everything. I'm ready to move into my office and get that all set up. And I'll obviously do some videos and stuff like that on it, and my house as well, because I cannot wait. It's very exciting. I've lived in flats for probably over the last decade now. So super excited. And I've lived in rented accommodation since about probably for the last 16 or 17 years. So I'm super excited to own. And myself and my girlfriend are going to be doing loads of cool stuff. She is the decorator, though. It's worth pointing out I don't have that much of an idea about it, but I'll do what I can. I'm in control of making a smart house. I can deal with that. And the garden I have, and then she's going to do most of the rest of it. Although I will say it's actually a really nice house, and the people who owned it before us, or still own it actually technically, because we haven't technically bought it yet. So fingers crossed on that one. Touch wood. They have they've decorated it really nicely, and there's actually not much for us to do, so we're pretty happy with that. It's certainly not one of those work in progress houses. It's we just need to move our stuff in and we're there, which is awesome. So I cannot wait. But till then, thank you for watching, and I will try and see you very soon. Bye bye.